What's up, family? I'm out here in downtown H-Town, man. I'm getting ready to shoot my little old piece in this movie they filming out here. Can't tell you all the details and stuff, but I'm about to do my thing. I want to share something with y'all, man. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, and she was going through something. So I gave her the best advice I think that I've ever received myself. And that's the Serenity Prayer. If you're familiar with the Serenity Prayer, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, look it up. Man, this the coldest prayer ever. If you ain't the type of person that pray, and you don't care nothing about, spirituality and religion and all that kind of stuff, hey man, don't call it a prayer, just call it advice. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the strength to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Man, you talking about a cold-blooded cat. Man, I love it. I love it. I live by it. In fact, I came across that prayer when I was a teenager. And I use it so often that it just started just automatically kicking in. And it became a part of my DNA. Like, I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to think about it at all. It just kicks in. Anytime I face adversity, anytime I have a situation where I know it's something that's a challenge, I just go in and give everything I got. And then I let it go. I'm going to give a few shout-outs to y'all, and then I'm going to, get it back going. Okay, so Demetrius Hopper, what's up? I see you. You know what to do. Who is that? The Donis. Thanks. Baseball Pro. Okay, Mick D, God bless. And I'm going to tell you something else, man. First of all, I forgot to tell y'all, for the people that celebrate this, Happy Labor Day. I didn't even realize it was Labor Day until my daughter told me about 45 minutes ago. So, for all you people out there that celebrate Labor Day, in whatever way you do it, if you just kick back home and you don't do any barbecuing or partying or anything like that, you just enjoy the day, you just enjoy a day off, hey man, happy Labor Day. So, who is this? Cornell Hill out there at barbershop, man. I don't understand what you're trying to say, bro. Candy Kendrick, I'm definitely a believer, yes, okay. Say fireworks. You got people that ignite fireworks on Labor Day. Labor Day is not really a fireworks day, I don't think. Yeah. Who is this? Plex Beats from Hartford, Connecticut. What it do? Yeah, let me know where y'all coming in from. So, yeah, back at it. This Serenity Prayer, it's cold-blooded, man. It's a cold-blooded prayer. When I was in a jam a few times, but back in '09, when I got arrested, feds came knocking at my door. It was a real rough time for my whole family. And one of my buddies hit me up, and he said, We was on the phone. He said, damn, Willie, if I didn't know what you was going through, I wouldn't even know you was going through anything because, you know, you still in good spirits, you laughing and you joking. That's because now some of y'all ain't gonna never get in trouble with the law, and hopefully you don't, and that's beautiful. And some of y'all are perfect, and you can't even imagine ever getting in trouble, ever getting in a jam with the authorities. You can't never see, you know, I get it, you're perfect. You know, you do everything right. I get it. Nobody in your family ever went to jail. Anybody you love, ain't nobody gonna go to jail. Everybody that you love, none of them going to jail, I get it. But for those who find themselves caught up ever in that type of jam, this is what you gotta understand, and this is what I did. Whatever happened for you to find yourself in that jam, ain't nothing you can do about that. That's done. That's over. It's done. They got you. They put the cuffs on you. You in jail. Bam. Now, what can you do? So you can't control what is happening at that moment. But what you do is that you take control of what you do have the strength to control. So, what can you control at that moment? You can get yourself the best lawyers that money can buy. If you ain't got money, then you get yourself the best defense attorney that you can afford, or that they have out there that's court appointed. Now, I know I'm saying court appointed, but if you ain't got no bread, you ain't really got much of a choice. But the bottom line is that you got to get yourself the best defense that you possibly can get, because you're fighting for your life. And these people can put 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30, whatever they want to do to you, they can basically do to you. They got the latitude to do to you. So you got to use all your resources to get yourself the best attorney that money can buy. That's first and foremost. Then you educate yourself on the law, if you're not already educated on it. Educate yourself. Make sure from this day, that day that you get in a jam going forward, you don't do the same thing that got you in that position in the first place. This is if you're in a situation where you may not be all that innocent. So you make sure that you don't repeat the same mistakes. Even if you are innocent, sometimes innocent people are in the wrong place at the wrong time and they get caught up. So make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes. From there, it's time to put a plan together so that you can prosper. These are things that are in your control. So this is God granting you the strength to change the things that you can, so you can change your mindset. You can change your friend pool. You can change the environment that you were in when you got in a jam. You can change your attitude. These are things that are in your control. So this is God. So we got the first part. We got the grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. So you've accepted the things that you can't change. You can't change the fact that you got popped. You can't change the fact that you were in jail and you got to find a lawyer. You can't change the fact that you got to spend this money, got to come up off some money. You can't change the fact that you put your life in the hands of another human being who comes with prejudices and biases just like everybody else, and you may find yourself up shit creek without a paddle. So you can't change that. But the strength side, you got the strength to change the things that you can. So you got the strength now to change your attitude, to change your environment, to change your friend pool. You can change your attitude. You got the strength to do that. You got the strength to work on putting yourself in a better position so that you don't have to go down the same road again. You got that strength. Now, here's where most people fall off. Most people fall off on not being able to have the wisdom to know the difference. You ever heard people say, you either got to worry or pray. You can't do both. Some people do both. Some people worry and pray. That don't even make sense. Me, I don't do a lot of worrying at all. I don't even do a lot of praying. I do a lot of plotting and planning and working. That's what I do. So if I do A, B, C, then more than likely, this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. If I do D, E, F, then more than likely, this gonna happen, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. So you control much of your destiny. You can't control all aspects of your life. Some things you're not gonna have control over. But most of the things in life, in your life, you have control over. So you can make the proper adjustments and moves so that things line up for you correctly. Case in point, growing up in the hood, I saw a certain type of behavior from some women, including my mother. And I said, ooh-wee, I ain't marrying no type of woman like that. I don't want that kind of woman. And I knew to stay away from those type of women because that was not going to be conducive to raising children that I wanted in and bringing these type of children up in the world, in this society. I already knew. I knew that I was going to put my kids at a social disadvantage. I knew that I had to get some money before I brought children into the world. I knew that. I knew that if I dated a woman, I could not date a woman that liked to fight. Because we're going to kill each other. Because I like to fight. And at that point, my attitude was very explosive. So you can't have a situation where you got a bad attitude and you with somebody else that got a bad attitude. It ain't gonna work. Y'all gonna kill each other. It's just not gonna work. You can't have a situation where you have a woman, let's say she don't like to fight, but she on something dumb and she like drama. You the type of person, you hot-headed. You ready to go do something to somebody. And I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. I'm ready to go out here and ride on somebody. If you're the type of person like I was, really, really hot-headed back in my cowboy days, you don't need a woman that when you getting ready to go ride on somebody, she say, baby, you know what? No, put that 9 up. You need to take your tech. Take this Tech 9 and here, you need to get you an extra clip because you know you might have to reload on them fools. You don't need a woman like that. You need the type of woman who gonna say, you know what? You may not even want to hear it, but you need the type of woman that's gonna say, baby, I know you're mad. I know they did you dirty. But you need to let that go. It ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. You have a family. You have people that's dependent on you. I know what you're thinking about what you're going to do. But what if it don't go down like you want it to go down? What happens if you go out there and you hurt somebody and then you get taken away from us? What happens if you go out there and you try to hurt somebody and you end up being the one that get hurt? You end up being paralyzed or killed. Then what? Would you want your children to grow up without a father? Would you want your children to grow up with a father locked up? See, these are things that you have to think about. And most of us, we don't think about these type of things. So before you even start talking about procreating, you need to seriously consider the type of woman that you want to raise your children, the type of woman you even want to be around. Now, let's say you're not around. Let's say, for whatever reason, something happens. Let's say the worst happened and you die. Would you be comfortable with the woman that you chose to raise your children to become productive citizens? Productive, progressive citizens. People, would you be comfortable with that woman serving in that capacity? I don't think a lot of people can say yes to that question. So you have to think about these things before you start talking about procreating. I knew also much of the reason why my mother was angry is because we were living a life of being underserved. We were underprivileged. We were the underdogs. We didn't have much at all. So lack of money creates stress, man. It creates stress. When you ain't every day, you going paycheck to paycheck. You got kids, and you trying to feed these kids. You trying to feed yourself, and you're going to work, and the kids may not be acting the way you want them to act, and you might be mad, especially if you're a single parent. You might be mad that you're doing this all by yourself, and you're mad at the fathers. If you have kids from different fathers, you're mad at the father or the fathers, and man, the kid ain't acting right, man, you take it out on the kid. And this happens all the time. So I understood early on that because we had insufficient living, and my daddy and my mama separated when I was young, really young, I decided I wanted to be, somebody got to be the man of the house. Now, I had a brother that was 1 year older than me, but he wasn't street like me. He wasn't built like me to be in them streets. So I decided that I was going to be the man of the house, and I went out there to get it. And I took a lot of risk, and, I did a lot of dirty stuff. I did some good, and I think that's really the only reason why God showed me favor and I'm still here. But I did a lot of dirt too. And I realized that the reason why we had a lot of these issues was because of insufficient living. And I said, before I bring a child into this world, I'm going to make sure I got my money right. I'm going to make sure. So I strapped up. I made sure I strapped. Man, I was using 2 condoms. You think I'm lying? It's a girl out here right now. If she's ever questioned thoroughly, and she don't mind admitting it, she'll probably say it. I probably have to, she'll probably have to get a few more years under her belt before she'd be comfortable divulging that information. I don't really talk to women who talk their business, so I don't know. She may keep that to herself forever. But yeah, I used 2 condoms. That was stupid because you're not supposed to use 2 condoms. That's a bad idea. 2 condoms is a bad idea. They create friction and stuff and all that kind of stuff. It's not a good idea. 1 condom at a time. But yeah, I was very, very careful because I didn't want to bring children into the world that were going to be put at a social disadvantage. Now, Nothing is guaranteed. What's up, Shamar Moore? Nothing is guaranteed. So, you can meet a person today and marry them tomorrow and be together for 50 years. You can be together with somebody for 10 years and get married and divorced in 1 year, in 6 months. So nothing is guaranteed, but I can tell you this. You better try to find somebody that you really equally yoke with and that's got many of the qualities that you're looking for, and be honest about those qualities. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a heap of trouble. And when I say heap of trouble, that's a Texas thing. That's a Southern thing. Heap of trouble. You're going to find yourself in a heap of trouble. So you want to find somebody that have those qualities that you're looking for. Now, when I talk about these qualities, you keep in mind that she going to be looking for certain qualities in you too. Or he going to be looking for certain qualities in you too. So what are you going to be bringing to the table? One of the biggest problems that we all have is that we're imperfect people looking for perfect people. This is why we have so many issues. So we got to find that person who match the big ones, the big qualities that we're looking for first and foremost. A lot of these things are little things that you can get through with, and you think it's big, but it really don't mean nothing. For instance, before I first got married, I wanted to make sure, man, she got to look like this. She got to have this type of education. She got to come from this type of home. She have to this, all these, this. She got to be able to cook, clean, da. Now, some of these qualities, I gotta have it. I still gotta have it. But other ones didn't matter to me. For instance, cooking. I was always told, oh man, she got to be able to cook, man, a good home cooked meal. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn about no home cooked meal today. You know what's important to me more than anything? The greatest quality a woman can have, the best thing that she can give me is peace. Damn fixing a plate. Fix me some peace. I want some peace. When I come home, I want some peace and loving. That's what I want. I'm out here in this world. When I step outside that door, I got enough problems already. I'm watching everybody. I'm looking to my left. I'm looking to my right the whole time. I'm in my car. I step outside. I walk into a building. I'm constantly looking. Everybody is suspect. When I walk inside of that house, that needs to be peace and love, baby. Peace and love. That's all I'm looking for. And if I can't get that, I cannot be in a relationship with nobody. I mean nobody. Don't let these people fool y'all when they start talking about working on a relationship. Let me tell you something. I already got a damn job. I ain't trying to work, okay? I'm not trying to work all day, every day. I'm not trying to work. Now, I get what they're saying, what many people are saying, but the way I look at it, don't think of it as work. Think of it as an investment. I don't mind investing in a relationship. I'll do that, meaning that, okay, I'll go to this movie with you to see this movie. I'll sacrifice. I don't really want to see the movie, but I know you really want to see it, and you want me to go with you, so I'll go with you. I really don't like that color, but you really want that color in the bedroom. You know what? I'll let you have it. Maybe after a few months or a year or so, you'll change your mind and we can get another color. Or hell, we'll move. These are things that are trivial, that don't mean nothing to me. But I know they may mean a lot to her. So I'll compromise. Not a big deal. I'll invest. But as far as work, work to me is something that when you say work, work often has a, it can be associated. It can be associated with something you don't want to do. Like people don't want to go to work all the time, right or wrong. You don't want to work all the time, right? You don't want to go to work every day, right? So why would you be why would you be in a relationship 365, 7 days a week, 52 weeks out of the year, and work yourself to fucking death? Work all the time? Hell no. Again, I will invest in the relationship, but I'm not working on no relationship. Because that working, many of the people talking about working, man, they be arguing, fighting. Disagreements are good. That's good. That's how you grow. Different point of views, you have disagreements, and you come together, you make it work, you respect each other, opinion. That's beautiful. That can work. But all of this stress and arguing and walking around the house for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, shit, even an hour not speaking to each other? Hell no. I ain't doing that. Oh no. When I see that, nah. Not doing that. I'm not doing it. And for those of you who think it's worth it, you do it. Go ahead, man. Knock yourself out. But I ain't doing it. And I'm going to be happy without all of that. So I'm good in regards to that. I'm totally good in regards to that. Let me give some shots out. Terrence Williams, what's up, man? Okay, Cheryl say we on the same page. I'm a single, no kids, no tats. All right, that's good. That's good work. No kids, no tats. Okay, got kids, man, and I got tats. Now, here's the thing. I wish I didn't get my tats though, man. Really. Well, nah. I kind of like my tats. I got some tats on my kids. I like those tats. The other ones I could have done without. Really, because I just look at a lot of suckers and chumps and squares that got tats, and I just look. I try to do the opposite of what they do. So, that's something I got in common with these suckers, man. A lot of them, they got. Tats used to be a brute thing, a manly type thing, and it ain't really manly no more. They got all kind of suckers that's walking around with tats now. So, but I'm cool with my tats and my babies. I'm good with that. But all that other stuff, man, I could have left that out. What we got here? Dennis Bridgewater. What did he say? Chicago, a.k.a. Chirac. I don't understand that, dog. I can't even repeat something like that. Mick say single and no drama. I ain't doing it. Real talk. Yeah, so I remember this girl came to my house one day, and she had an attitude. She came in and she was real snappy, and she wanted to argue. And it's somebody that I had been seeing for a while, but we had never had an argument. And she came to the house that particular day, and she wanted to argue. Now, again, y'all, my house is my sanctuary. I have peace in my house. I mean, it's love. When you walk in my door, when you walk inside, if you walk inside of my house, you are truly welcome. You safe, you good. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. You in one of the safest places that you can be if you walk into my house. And I treat my company like royalty, because I appreciate when people take time out to come visit me. But if they come to my house with any type of drama, they got to go. I mean, I put them out fast. So this girl came over once, and she had an attitude. She was like, I mean, just snappy. I said, you know what? Come on. I grabbed her purse. I started walking down the stairs. I said, come on, let's go. And she couldn't believe. She was like, what are you putting me out? You putting me out because we're having a disagreement? I said, no. This is not a disagreement. You want to argue, and I already told you I don't do that in my house. So you got to go. Okay, look like okay, there you go. Somebody was trying to call me. I don't know how that happened. But what's going on here? Okay, so she was trying to argue, and I was like, no, we're not doing that. So I got on up out of there. The next time she came to my house, she knew. And anytime she felt a certain kind of way, she already know. Suppress that, baby. Don't do it over here. In fact, hey, we on the same team, so when you come over here, let's work it out. If you got a problem, don't try to dump it on me. Let's work it out. Talk to me about it. Let's talk. I'm on your team. So let's talk about how we can work this problem out together. Don't bring your problem to me and try to dump it off on me. And now, me and you gonna be at odds. Yeah, my phone is tripping. People is hitting me up. I guess I did something to the settings, and people are able to interrupt my broadcast. So that's what's happening. Yeah, so oh, he asked me why am I in all black. I'm in all black, man, because I'm getting ready to film. I'm finna do a little role in a movie. Can't tell y'all what the role is, can't tell you what the movie is. But I can tell you I'm about to get down with the get down. You dig? No more wife, man. I'm done with that. Let's see. My kid's mama done remarried and everything. Let you know she was a good woman. I blew it. I ain't gonna lie, I blew it. But that's the beauty of life, man. You know, when you can admit your wrongs and you can learn from your wrongs, you can grow. Like, that's what I did. Like, now, I can tell you now that any woman that I end up with is gonna have the absolute best version of me, and one of the best men in the world. Cause I tell you, I'm on my game. I'm on my grown man shit big time. Everything that come with it, I'm on it. Let's see. Lumo growing for sure. I think that's a big thing too, man. People gotta learn, to grow. Like, it's some people don't want to grow. Like, it's some people take pride in saying, I ain't gonna never change. Man, if you never change, what kind of damn person is that who don't want to ever change? Some people take pride and they'll say stuff like, well, that's just who I am, man. I've been like that all my life. Man, I don't want to be like nothing all my life. I don't want to be like nothing all my life. Man, it's about growing, man. Life is about growth. Yeah, who in the hell is this talking about mean and rude and all this stuff? You must don't know me, sucker. Might be time. One more, man. You got one more and you out of here. I do got my blocks. I got my block, what do you call this? I got my block feature on, for the trolls. Letting y'all know, man. I got the block feature on and I don't mind using it. Yeah, man, life is about growth, man. Man, it's about, it was Ali. Ali said and I'm paraphrasing, but Ali said if you're the same person at 50, I mean, he said if you're the same person at 40 as you were at 20, you just wasted 20 years of your life. That's a waste. If you haven't grown, if you still doing the same stuff that you did at 20 and you 40, are you doing the same stuff at 25 that you did at 18? Man, where the hell is the growth? Now, don't get me wrong. Some things you can do. I mean, if you like playing fantasy football, then that's cool. But there should be some other things that show your growth. If you like to, I don't know, if you like to go thrifting, that's cool, and you still thrifting, that's cool. But there should be some other things that you're into that shows growth. There should be, there should be some adventure. There should be something. There should be something. There should be some type of growth. And somebody can say, man, I never thought you'd be doing that. Oh, wow, man. In fact, you should say to yourself, man, I never thought I'd see myself here. I never thought I'd be doing this. That's growth. That's the beauty of life. The way I live it is that I get up and I put my work in every day, and I grind, and I put myself out there. I go to different places. I go and I mingle with different type of crowds, different people, and as I allow myself to be exposed, opportunities seem to come to me. There was a time when I didn't do that, because I couldn't really grow. At one point in my life, man, I was very, very depressed and didn't even know it. I wouldn't leave the house. If I did, I come right back, and I only would go to people's houses that I knew. I didn't want to meet no new people. If I went to a club, I went to the club and I stood in the back and I just watched the action, and I wouldn't engage with people or anything. And because I remember I was hanging out in the club once, and this dude approached me, and he was like, "Say, Willie D, man, when you gonna go by there and check on your baby, on your son?" And this is when I was like 21. He was like, I said, "Son," I said, "What you talking about, man? I ain't got no kids." He's like, man, you ain't got no baby." Big old dude too. He was like, "Man, you ain't got no, man, you don't know such. My sister such and such." I said, "Who?" And he's like saying some girl name. I was like, man, I said, "Nah, dude." He said, "Man, she live over at she live in such and such, and she got a picture of you and her on the mantle at the house." I say, "Man," dude, I say, "Man, I take pictures with women all the time. That could be anybody. I don't know who you talking about. Never met her before in my life. And I know one thing for sure." I said, "I know if I had unprotected sex with a chick or not." And I said, "I don't know that name right." Yeah, I was like, man, I do not. And I was like, I do not know that name. So the dude was upset. So I was like, after that, I stopped taking pictures with women in the clubs and stuff like that. Or anyway, I just stopped taking pictures because women taking pictures and then they make up a story. So, but after that depressive time, I was like, you know what, man? I'm finna get back to living because I'm not happy right now. So I just got back to living. And I was like, man, if somebody I'm gonna take pictures. If these women want to take pictures, I'm gonna take pictures. I'm not gonna let the bad ones spoil it for the good ones. So if the women want to take pictures and one of them want to go out there and tell a lie with the picture, let that lie be on her and let her figure out how to explain that shit when people bust her on it. And I started living it like that, man. So, you ready?
Willie D? Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's my time, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. No more talk.